boys and girls, you were asked to do page 71, the patterns, in your Brown Simply Maths book, this book. And some of them were rather tricky, but I hope that you asked your questions from the beginning of the week and that you used your number chart and you get these all correct. Let's see how you do. Right, so the first pattern, we have to ask our questions. So we find two numbers next to each other and we see what the jump is. So here are two numbers of the pattern that are next to each other. So that's 32 and 33. So if you look on your number chart, from 32 to 33, it's a jump in ones. So this is a pattern of ones. So the next question we have to ask, is it going forwards or backwards? So we look at a number at the start, which is 30, and then we look at the number at the end, which is 36. Now 36 is bigger than 30, so we're going bigger, we're going more, we're going forwards, we're not going backwards, which is less. And these are the numbers you should have filled in. So we're going forwards in ones. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Same two questions we ask. We find two numbers next to each other, 20 and 30. So it's not 2 and 3, so it's not counting in ones. And this 0 over here gives us our clue. We are counting in tens. Well done. So now we look, are we going bigger or smaller, forwards or backwards? So it's the first one that they have written is 20, and then on that side is 60. So 60 is bigger than 20, so we're going bigger, we're going forwards. So let's mark what comes before 20. The 10 before 20 is 10. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Right, the next one. Same questions. What is the pattern? So we find two numbers next to each other and it goes 2, 4. So let's think about it. 2, 3, 4. We jump. So it's in twos. 2 to 3 is 1 and 3 to 4 is another one. So we jump twice. So there are two numbers between there. So we're counting in twos, and then is 2 bigger or smaller than 10? Yes, it's smaller. So again, we're going forwards. But patterns don't always go forwards. So we've got 3 now that are going forwards, but they may try and trick us and just suddenly go backwards. You must always ask those two questions. What is the pattern? And then are we going forwards or backwards? So we found out the pattern is counting in twos. So let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16. Right, good job. This one, we find two numbers next to each other, and this one is 20 and 30. But this is not 20, it's 25. So it's 25, and then it's not 35, it's 30. So we are counting in fives. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20. There's the 0, and there's the 5. So there's the 5, and there's the 0. Let's have a look if we're going forwards or backwards. 5 and 30. Oh, we're definitely going forwards. 30 is much bigger than 5. So let's count in fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well done. Right, now this is a bit of a tricky one, but it's exactly what we did last week. We have to first find the pattern, but this is a tens and units pattern. Okay, so if you have a look, in all the numbers that are printed, we have 1 as a unit. So we've got 1, 11, 1 unit, 21, 1 unit, 51, 1 unit. But what is changing in the pattern? 1, no tens. Then there's a 10, 1 10, 2 tens, and then 5 tens. So we are counting in tens, but we don't worry about this 1 because we're not counting in ones, and the 1 is staying the same. So we're counting in tens, but these have got tens and units. So don't let that confuse you. The ones stay the same, and we just really are counting forwards in tens because 51 is much bigger than 1. So let's count. 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71. I wonder who got tricked and who just thought, I see the trick of this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, let's have a look. Okay, 2 numbers, 50, 55. And then there's a 5 there and a 5 there. But we're not only counting in fives like that, because then it would be the same as this, where the unit stays the same. But this one gives us our clue because this is a 10. So we are counting in fives. So again, it goes 5 and your 0 for your 10. 5, 10, 15, 20. So let's count. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. And the last one you had to do, let's find 2 numbers next to each other, 26 to 28. So 26, 27, 28. What are we counting in? Well done, 2s. Are we going forwards or backwards? 22 to 36. Yes, all of these patterns have been forwards, but don't get into a trap and think that patterns are always forwards. Remember, they can be forwards or backwards, and it's for you to figure that out. But I know you'll have no problem with that. So let's have a look. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Well done, grade 1s. Some of these were quite difficult. And if you needed to use your number chart, that was perfectly fine, as long as you keep asking those 2 questions. What is the pattern? So you find 2 numbers, find the pattern, and then is the pattern going forwards or backwards? Good job.